That one's done, so is that one and that one. I want to work on this one today. All I've got is this octave chord progression that I want to use in the chorus, which will eventually get a little bit heavier, adding some distortion at the end. For the verse, I want to use the piano, playing some D major to A major thirds, which are very spacious. They give you room to kind of feel. We might add some bass guitar to support the piano for the verses, and in the chorus when the guitars come in, I also want to add some drums playing a very basic 6/8 beat, just kick, 2, 3, snare, 5, 6. Something really, really basic, really simple. That's the idea for the song. Simple, but spacious and effective. But that's it. That's all I've got. One section with the piano, another section with the guitar and drums coming in. That's all I know. We're going to need extra sections, a bridge as well. I think what we might do is start with the piano, come up with a couple of chord progressions on this, and then work out how we can transition between the different parts. D and F sharp gives you your D major third, A and C sharp is your A major third. I want to play each of these over, say, 2 bars of 6/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And every verse we start adding in some extra stuff. So maybe our second verse we can add in an upper octave. Then our third verse, play around with a little bit more. I'm also thinking about adding in this octave D here, root notes with your D major chord, and then major third over A major. So D down to C sharp for the A major, which I think would, if we play it somewhat quietly in the top end of the song, that might make it pretty. That's the adjective, a little bit prettier. Maybe we'll add some strings at some point, doing like a... Thinking about what the guitars are playing, it's D, E, B, A, which gives us D major, E minor, B minor, and A major, which could be a bridge. That's nice. If done properly, that could be really cool. First thing I need to work out is how we can transition from this into the guitars. I think we might just match the root notes with the piano. Maybe even up here. But how do we go between the two? Maybe we add an extra 2 bars of the A major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something like that. That could be alright. That might actually work really well. I might just play around for a bit and see what falls out of my fingers. Hopefully I get something that catches my eye and I focus on that for a bit. I'm trying to work out if we're in D major or A major, because I'm thinking we're in D major because of the octave thing. Here's the good test. D major, E minor versus E major. I don't like that E major, so I'm going to say we're in D major, because in the key of A, you've got a G sharp, and I don't want to use that G sharp. So I think we're in the key of D. So I'll mess around with stuff and see what I can come up with. Yes, this is clever. I'm very, very happy with this. I was trying to work out D major or A major. I thought, why not both? We can throw in a key change from D to A. That led me to play this. So from the D bit in the verse, I don't know which verse will add this, but let's say, just for sake of it, in our third verse, when we drop down to the A, we can now tease the idea that we're in A major. So I drop down to F sharp like this. The The reason I chose F sharp is because A and C sharp, that's the chord that I'm using. Add the F sharp, makes it F sharp minor, and it fits really, really nicely with the A because it's the relative minor. So you got A major, drop down to the minor 6 of that, which is your F sharp minor, and we're teasing A major. It's going to play that G sharp as a moving bass thing into the A major chord. I liked having that minor second thingy, so A sharp there as a movement to B minor, and I immediately just thought, okay, we've got to go down to here, down to E major. But then I recognized, not yet, I'm still teasing A major. So we go like this with our verse, we're still in D, even when we drop to the A, but tease A major, go F sharp minor, like that, move our way up like I said, and instead of dropping down to E major, I want to come up to E minor, back to D, as a little, still in D major, but now we're officially in A major when we fall back down to the A. Like that. Don't know how, but we fall back into this verse progression, but it's backwards now because it's A up to D, which we can do twice or maybe once, finishing on this A. And as this plays, I want a whole bunch of noise to just come in and really add a real big booming end to the song. And I'm thinking about the ending of, what is it? It's a Billie Eilish song. I think it's Happier Than Ever. At the end of that, all the big drums and the crashes and everything, they get heavily distorted. And at the end of that, there's just one really big mass of distorted noise that just sounds really, really, really cool. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. Do that over the A. So it's just really big. I might use tritones and distortion and whatever. Really big booming noise that cuts away, and all you hear is this. Just that one final chord there. Let's just run through that again to get it in my head. So D major to A major, 2 bars each for our verse. Essentially a pre-chorus is just our A major again for 2 bars, leading into our chorus, which would just be the root notes matching what the guitars are playing. And we might be able to transition back into the verses just straight on the D major, which we start building with the octave first and do it more frequently. Dynamics are going to play a really, really, really big part of this song. Because our key change is what leads us into the outro, structure-wise, it makes more sense to do our bridge first. So what we might do is verse, chorus, verse, chorus. The chorus is just our bridge, so we'll do chorus and then the bridge, half a verse with our pre-chorus into the key change and then the outro. We might go bridge into a heavy chorus with distorted electric guitar, because I would like to add electric guitar alongside the acoustic guitar. Jeff Buckley did that in a few of his songs and I really, really, really like it because of that. So we'll use some electric guitar with the acoustic guitar in the chorus, and then slowly that will add, so we might go clean, overdriven, distorted for the third time we play the chorus, which will lead us into our third verse or fourth verse. Which takes us into the key change outro section. We're going to need to write that down. Done, done, and done. Drop D octave. What did I write? Piano chord progression, question mark, and then part 1 octave riff as chorus. I think we've worked that out, so I can get rid of this. The structure was verse, chorus, verse, chorus, and then we went bridge into the heavy version of the chorus. Then it was verse but halved, and then key change, outro, which I want to have the distorted mess of sound finish on D major. Key change, that's self-explanatory, half the verse. If the other verses we play 4 times, we'll do it twice there. We might actually match that for our bridge. So our verses and choruses should be times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The title of the song. Because of the spaciness of the sound for this song, it gives me almost an isolated, singled out feeling. So we can call this one Alone. I think that's fitting, for me at least. So we are calling this song Alone, and everything else I can keep as normal. Piano, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, extras. I'll title them as well. Time signature is going to be 6/8, and we want a tempo of, I'm assuming 120 is way too quick.